80s movie quiz. If you can get 50 out of 50, you're the brain boss. Which action film stars Bruce Willis as NYPD officer John McClane? Die Hard. Which 80s comedy features a giant marshmallow man terrorizing New York City? Ghostbusters. Which film sees a 12-year-old boy transform into an adult overnight? Big. Which 1989 movie features time-traveling teenagers who meet historical figures? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. In which adventure movie does a group of kids search for pirate treasure in Astoria, Oregon? The Goonies. Which futuristic 80s movie features the character Johnny Five, a sentient robot? Short Circuit. What 1989 James Bond film starred Timothy Dalton as 007? License to Kill. Which fantasy adventure film features the characters Wesley, Inigo Montoya, and Buttercup? The Princess Bride. Which 80s action movie features the famous line, "I ain't got time to bleed"? Predator. Which 80s film follows two high school nerds who create their perfect woman using a computer? Weird Science. How did Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger relate to each other in their 1988 movie? Twins. What was Indiana Jones' actual first name? Henry. Which 1984 movie features a young man befriending a creature called Gizmo? Gremlins. Which 80s movie features the character Jeff Spicoli? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. In the 1988 fantasy movie Willow, which actor plays the roguish swordsman Mad Mardigan? Val Kilmer. Which 1983 movie tells the story of a group of boys on a journey along train tracks? Stand By Me. Which 80s Vietnam War movie features Sergeant Barnes and Sergeant Elias? Platoon. In The Breakfast Club, what is the nickname given to Andrew Clark? The Athlete. In the 1989 movie The Burbs, what is the last name of Ray's weird neighbors? Klopek. What is the name of the beach town where the 1987 movie The Lost Boys takes place? Santa Carla. Who played Indiana Jones's father in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? Sean Connery. Which 1983 movie gave Matthew Broderick his career break as a computer nerd? War Games. On what planet do the Ewoks reside in Return of the Jedi? Andor. Who played He-Man in the 1987 film Masters of the Universe? Dolph Lundgren. Who sang the title song of the 1984 movie Footloose? Kenny Loggins. Who wrote and directed the 1989 Oscar-winning movie Do the Right Thing? Spike Lee. Which 1983 coming-of-age comedy launched Tom Cruise's movie career? Risky Business. Which stand-up comedian starred as Monty Brewster in Brewster's Millions? Richard Pryor. Which Bond actor starred as Prince Baron in the 1980 cult classic Flash Gordon? Timothy Dalton. Which future Batman made his screen debut in Spielberg's Empire of the Sun in 1987? Christian Bale. By what name does Marty McFly's future mother call him in Back to the Future? Calvin. Which 80s action movie features the famous line, "I ain't got time to bleed"? Predator. Which 1984 film features karate student Daniel LaRusso? The Karate Kid. Who played Martin Riggs in the '87 cop movie Lethal Weapon? Mel Gibson.
If you love movies and quizzes, like and subscribe for more awesome trivia.
In the movie Gremlins, what does Billy name his new Mogwai? Gizmo. Which movie follows a Detroit cop named Axel Foley? Beverly Hills Cop. Which film is set in a dystopian future where criminals are hunted by a cybernetic police officer? RoboCop. I've Had the Time of My Life is the soundtrack of what award-winning '80s movie? Dirty Dancing. Which film features a boy named Atreyu trying to save the land of Fantasia? The Never-Ending Story. Which 1984 teen film stars Anthony Michael Hall and Molly Ringwald? 16 Candles. Which Goonies character did football player John Matusak play? Sloth. After surviving a terrible accident, who does police officer Alex Murphy become? RoboCop. Which '80s teen star appeared in The Lost Boys, Lucas, and License to Drive? Corey Haim. Which '80s movie is based on two nerds who create a woman using a doll and a computer? Weird Science. Can you name the dojo where Daniel's rivals train in The Karate Kid? Cobra Kai. In what futuristic movie does Deckard hunt down replicants? Blade Runner. Which '87 fantasy film features a hero on a quest in a magical world? The Princess Bride. Can you name Sigourney Weaver's character in the Alien movie franchise? Ellen Ripley. In what film did Tom Hanks fall in love with a mermaid played by Daryl Hannah? Splash. What is the highest-grossing movie of the 1980s? E.T. the Extraterrestrial.